Since How I Met Your Mother has so far only had 3 episodes to this or final season, it's going to be difficult to go that in depth with it, but I'll see what I can do. I would say thus far, I really like the route the show is taking. The thing that I really like that they're doing is how they're showcasing the mother. Before, it was just all this hype leading up to her, and I think the show kind of realized, wow, we are completely overhyping this character. To just have the last episode show her for 5 minutes and expect everyone to fall in love with her, it's not going to happen. And which is the same problem the movie Beauty and the Beast had. When the entire time you're building up to who this man once was, but the only way you see him is through this hideous beast. So when he finally turns into human, everyone just immediately hates him because right after he transformed, the movie ends 5 minutes later. So it's just not nearly enough time to grow more acclimated and enjoy this new type of character. So How I Met Your Mother, I believe it's doing that correctly. The cast is definitely the show's strong point. Josh Radnor plays Ted Mosby, and I give him a lot of credit because he's, out of that entire main cast of people, he's the unknown, but he's the main character. I mean, you have Colby Smulders, who plays Robin Scherbatsky, and I mean, she was in Avengers. You have Jason Segel, who plays Marshall Erickson. You remember him from Forgetting Sarah Marshall and other movies from Paul Rudd. You have Allison Hannigan, who plays Lily Aldrin, and she was in all the American Pie movies. And you have Neil Patrick Harris, who plays Barney Stinson. I mean, we all know Neil Patrick Harris. So to have an actor like Josh Radnor, a seemingly no-name, who really hasn't done anything. Seriously, if you go on his IMDb page, I think the only role I remember him in was when he was in that Barney's Great Adventure movie for like 3 seconds, and I saw that movie when I was like 2. So that's the only thing that I can remember him from. But again, to see such a no-name play a main character, and also a very relatable character, it says wonders about him. Speaking of relatability, that I think is How I Met Your Mother's greatest strong point. When you look at that group of friends, it's just a very real group. You watch the show, you see the characters, and you can just immediately relate them to your own personal group of friends. You see Barney Stinson, you think, oh yeah, I know my buddy who just thinks he's this big old player, but in the end, he's just a real softie. You see the Robin Scherbatsky character, you think, oh yeah, I know that girl, the girl that's a little bit of a tomboy, but in the end, she's always there for her friends and very career-oriented. You see Ted Mosby, you have the friend who has the head in the clouds, love-struck guy. So when you have a show with just such a relatable cast, it just speaks wonders. All right, so back to this season. The entire season is supposed to take place at the wedding of Barney Stinson and Robin Scherbatsky. I would say this is a unique route to take. It'll be fun to see how it all plays out. To have an entire 20-some episode season just all be contained into one day, that's going to be something. Well, I mean, 24 did it, but still. So I'll be really interested to see how the show pans out. I look forward to watching as it goes along. To have the entire show take place in one day, I'm going to say it makes sense because, and the day they choose their wedding day, it's definitely a character that it's definitely a day that's going to stick out in all these people's minds. You just find out so much happens on this day. Robin and Barney supposedly get married. Ted meets his wife, and whatever love romance there is between Ted and Robin, it all is going to get resolved in these next episodes. As for I'd say, ambiance the show has right now, the overall feel to everything, you definitely don't see as much of the comedy as you do the actual issues that are in the show. Don't get me wrong, there's still some very hilarious moments in the show. I mean, the last episode when Ted was wearing the classic old man Coney Island bathing suit get up, that was very funny. But at the same end, the show is you can tell that it's wrapping up. It's referencing some of their funnier moments, referencing some of their bigger characters, and I'm thinking the show is going to have a very strong finale. If you watch the show, then you're probably in the same boat I am with the direction it's taking, and like me, you can't wait to see how it all pans out. All right, guys. Well, that should do it. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts. If you have anything else that you would like to add, please comment below. If you have ideas for other things that you would like to see in these little video editorials, then again, please post on our page, comment below, or anything else. This should hopefully be up on the website by the end of the day. We're also working on our YouTube channel. But again, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks again.